Hi, this is Colin Gehring. I'm here at Canyon Meadows Golf Course in Calgary, Alberta. They've installed the Fiberbuilt grass mats, and I just wanted to ask you a little bit about your experience with different mat systems and why it is that you chose the Fiberbuilt golf mats for your range.
Yeah, the club decided after installing a competitor system several years ago that it just wasn't going to meet the standards of the players here. So we put in these new Fiberbuilt systems, and they're fantastic. I don't know how many different mats we looked at, and when push came to shove at the end, Fiberbuilt was the one for us. Just the feel of hitting golf balls off that mat, and you can have a mat that lasts forever, that's inexpensive, but playability was the key issue.
So your members actually demoed the mats before they made a purchase, correct?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's the only way we could do it. We've been through a few other products before, and the amount of maintenance that was taken with the other products that we had here.
These were hard turf mats?
Yeah, and continuous turf as well, and we just felt that our maintenance time on them was unacceptable. The feedback from the members was unacceptable, and frankly we did have some elbow and wrist injuries on the other surface, but with the Fiberbuilt we've had nothing but positive reaction to everyone's use of the product itself.
Right from the get-go, the members really enjoyed hitting balls off of them. And a lot of great features to it, the adjustable tees, the ease of getting golf balls from the tray onto the hitting area. Yeah, there's just a lot of good features.
Tees are free, but not necessarily to the golf operation. With the adjustable heads and everything on them, we go through less than 10% of the old number of tees we went through. And that doesn't seem like a lot, but when you have as many practices as we have, certainly there's the cost involved with that as well. I haven't heard anything negative about the Fiberbuilt. I think that there's something for everyone out there. We've got patterned grids where people can work on their alignment. We've got straightaway mats, we've got thicker mats, thinner mats. So we've set up a number of stalls different ways. There's a lot of variety in what they have for product.
What are some of the comments that you've heard from some of your members from hitting off of the Fiberbuilt grass mats versus the old turf mats?
Best one I hear. Nice choice, guys. Right decision. Yeah, they really enjoy it. In fact, I think there's probably members here who prefer to use the Fiberbuilt system, to use the artificial surface as opposed to the other natural grass teeing area we have.
So Dwayne, would you say that your members are using your practice facilities more and happier with what they're using right now?
I believe so. I mean, we see it in the number of range balls we're purchasing and what the activity level is down there. Also, just even for demo clubs and our sales of custom fit clubs, 90% of what we do is custom fit for players. So obviously the range and being able to take people out there freely and let them hit a bunch of different clubs has helped our sales. We're seeing way more activity at the range itself. Our social members are using the range a lot more as well. I know people are enjoying practicing more. Getting a chance to get out there and not getting any shock to the system. Knockdown shots, hit down on the ball, sweep it, whatever their style is, as opposed to the other mats where we found people were trying to sweep the ball off it and were afraid to hit knockdown shots or to get down on the ball, and so it's been very positive that way.
So what you're saying is people were reluctant, they would almost cringe to want to hit off the old hard surface mats.
Absolutely. We'd have injuries, we'd have broken and bent golf clubs. That was something that happened very often, and it was a big complaint by our membership. And now that we have the Fiberbuilt mats, our members have no problem using our facility for hitting golf balls and practicing their golf games. Definitely we have a lot more juniors on our driving range that are the future of this game, and they love hitting off of these mats because it looks very realistic to them, feels very realistic to them.
Talk to us about the economics of why you made that choice. These are obviously an expensive golf mat. Why did that make sense for you?
With a continuous mat, it's even a bigger undertaking. Obviously you're replacing a whole mat, you're not just replacing part of it. So if you have 300 feet of continuous mat, it gets fairly pricey, and those decisions are a bigger decision to make. Then you're also redoing your subsurface as well. With the Fiberbuilt, you're doing replacement of pieces, and obviously those pieces are less expensive than doing a continuous full mat.
With the Fiberbuilt mat, we can replace the area that's been stood on after 10 years, we can replace the hitting surface itself, and the rubber holder at the bottom will never have to be replaced. If we want to pull them out and renovate the range and make it a totally different look, that's just basically a day or two's worth of work to make that happen.
There's a lot of things you have to look at maintaining a range. Is it easier to maintain a range with a fiber-built grass mat?
Versus a natural turf system, yes, yeah, unquestionably. And other features, we're able to open up earlier in the spring. We don't have to wait for the growing season to begin, which is pretty darn short in Calgary, unfortunately, so that's good. As long as we have access to them, we can let them hit in frost delays, so that's another good feature.
We take our cart barn every winter and we turn it into a driving range. We'll pick up an artificial fiber-built mat, pick it up, move 4 or 5 of them inside and hit them off into a net. And all winter long we're teaching golf classes throughout the season, throughout the winter season, and they're hitting off of a mat that is basically like real grass.
And in the summer down in the southern states where it's hot, I would imagine they could do the same thing.
That's a great point, and I had the opportunity to travel to the southern states for the winter times, and I definitely see them down there more and more all the time, artificial turfs, and they just have their players or their members play off those so that they don't have to spend all that money to keep their grass watered in their hot months of the season. And when it comes down to it, any type of situation where maybe the sod isn't ready, or if the grass is too hot outside, it's just not feasible to be watering it all the time, or if you're under a roof, indoors, outdoors, you want to have the mat that is going to be the most realistic, give you that most sensitive hit, and the fiber-built mat is the one that does that.
Which is really what it's all about. If you're keeping your golfers happy, they're practicing more, they're feeling great about their golf game, they're going to come play more, they're going to spend more at your golf course, they're just going to be happier people to deal with.
My number one goal every single day when I get up in the morning is to make sure my members enjoy every day they come here. And if we can just make their driving range experience better, then we've just solved one piece of that big puzzle.
Yeah, if you were considering changing out mats and you didn't give us a serious look at Fiberbuilt, I believe you'd be making a mistake.